Welcome to the host with the most, Toddcast. And now, direct from the Razzle Dazzle Studios, here's the tan, tattooed connoisseur of conversation, Todd Newton.
I like it when we talk about family stuff. We were just talking about how 2 is the ideal amount of children to have. And sometimes I mentioned to Maria how you see a father with 3 daughters, and you know he was shooting for a boy there, and then just finally said,
one.
Yeah, finally said that's enough. But you knew that guy that really kind of savored that. He loved it.
He did. He really turned on. Cause you could just look at him and tell, like 3 sons. Oh, he would have had him playing baseball and football and all that stuff. He had 3 girls, but he used to take them on daughter-daddy dates. Everyone could get a date, like every weekend, somebody different would go, and they got to pick whatever they wanted. Now, of course, when they got older, it's like movies and stuff like that.
Right.
But when they were younger, we went on a tea party.
Yeah.
I want to play, makeover, and he'd be sitting there getting his nails done. He'd come in on Monday with a little pink nail polish left.
I tell you what, I do that. I've been doing that with my daughter for I don't know how long, getting our manicures and pedicures together.
Yeah, you got. I was going to say, you guys still get mani-pedis?
We still do. We've got another one coming up here in about a week or so. And, I wouldn't trade that because she's almost 18 now. She's got her friends. She's got jobs. She's looking at colleges. To be able to squeeze dad in at all means a lot to me, And we sit there, and when you're getting your feet massaged, you're just relaxing together, and they're just good memories to have.
I was going to say, and the things you get to talk about, like you probably wouldn't even get a chance to talk.
Yeah,
but she's relaxed, so she's talking to you.
Yeah, it's really something.
Perfect.
I was looking at this. I don't know if these two have any kids or not, but there's this fella who posted on Reddit. He was bragging about the fact that, well, first of all, he was on Reddit because he's complaining about his wife. But here's why he's complaining, all right? He says, and he's talking about, he's sharing all this on Reddit. He has spent thousands of dollars on flight textbooks and flight simulator games, even gear, like pilot gear. He says he has over 500 hours on flight simulators, which to him makes him a pilot, right? He believes he is qualified. And he wants his wife to call him a pilot. He wants her to acknowledge him as a pilot, even though he's never flown a plane, the way he acknowledges himself as a pilot, and she won't do it. So he goes to Reddit to complain about his wife. He says he deserves it because of his passion and knowledge, and his wife just mocks him for it. If you're airing your family business, your marital business on Reddit, it is over. I mean, the divorce lawyers should be circling like sharks right now for these two.
But my thing is, like, this is what you want to put your hat on the hill for. This is a field you want to die on.
And you got 500 hours
Who
to
cares?
spend on
if you really want to call you pilot,
games?
No kidding. Go take the test. Go take the test for real. Then everybody can call you pilot or not.
Spend thousands of dollars on gear. What's he doing with the gear? Is he walking around the house in pilot outfits?
Oh, my God. Don't have that little blazer with the wings.
I mean, look, I try to get my wife to play doctor every now and then, but I don't need her to call me doctor. You know what I mean? It's like, come on. I just say that because she walked through it. I mean, I may throw a little lab coat on here and there if she asks me to, but I don't need her to call me doctor every now and then. What's the weirdest thing you've ever seen on Reddit? Go over to our Facebook page and let us know, because send us a link. Post your links up there, because I could read Reddit all day long. It is the perfect mirror into modern day society.
Let's get back to the talk that will keep you talking. This is the host with the most, Toddcast, with Todd Newton.
I have to tell you, Maria, about the drive home from New Mexico the other night. Marky and I went to this. We were shooting a video for the Tattooed Traveler. We stayed at this really cool hotel. It's called Hotel El Rancho in Gallup, New Mexico. And
I'm already laughing.
Well, it's been around since 1937, and this is where, over there in Gallup, is where they used to shoot a lot of the old westerns, like Burt Lancaster and Errol Flynn and Oh, man. John Wayne, of course.
As if the name wouldn't clue me in.
Yeah. And this is where all the stars would stay when they were shooting their films. So all the rooms, like Lucille Ball, Mae West, Jack Benny, Henry Ford.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you can stay in Humphrey Bogart's room. We stayed in John Wayne's suite. And
of course you did.
It was so cool. So cool. But on the way back, I have two phones. I have the one that like you and I communicate on, and then I have another one. I have I'm an iPhone guy, but I do have a Samsung because I like the cameras better. I like the way it records things, So I had the Samsung Galaxy in the door pocket of the car, and we're driving along. I think I was even, talking on the Bluetooth to someone on the phone, and I hear 911. What's your emergency? And for some reason, the Samsung Galaxy had called 911. And I got to say, I feel pretty comfortable about it because I just hung up because I didn't want to waste their time. I mean, obviously, there's the people that called 911 are much more in need than I was. I didn't even mean to do it. But they're pretty persistent. They send 2 location requests. Like if you need help, they don't just discard you. I mean, they will follow.
No, they're going to call you back and find out what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, it all worked out fine, but I don't know how that happened. But it reminded me of this story I read about a woman in Germany who called police, their version of 911, around 1 a.m. And the reason she called, something tells me she had probably had a couple of drinks. The reason she called 911 was because she needed a pack of cigarettes. Desperately, she said. She said she desperately needed a pack.
I desperately need a pack of cigarettes.
And she didn't have a car. She didn't have a way to get cigarettes. So she called 911 to see if the police would bring her some cigarettes. No DoorDash, no Uber Eats,
A taxi.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Cabby. So the cops did show up about 30 minutes later, but they did not deliver the cigarettes. And I must correct myself. She didn't ask for a pack of cigarettes, Maria. She asked for a carton of cigarettes. She wanted
okay.
a carton of cigarettes. But they did not deliver a carton of smokes. They handed her a citation, rather, for abusing the emergency services system.
Oh.
Which probably costs the same as a carton of cigarettes these days. I mean,
probably.
What is a pack of cigarettes now? $10, something like that? It's got to be close.
Somewhere like that with all the taxes, depending on what state you were in.
And then a carton is what? 24 packs? 12 packs? How many packs of cigarettes in a carton? Let me Google it.
I want to say 10.
I'm curious. Packs of...
But all I'm thinking is, whatever it was, she probably wanted only a pack, but she figured, well, I'm calling 911. I better ask for a carton, make it really good. Yeah. Which I'm thinking, if you got money for a carton of cigarettes, you could have called a taxi, went to the local gas and sip, and got you a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, you were right, by the way. 10 packs of cigarettes in a carton, 20 cigarettes in a pack. Good Lord. Good Lord.
Thank you for keeping the art of conversation alive. For more Todd, visit ToddNewtonOnline.com. And don't forget to rate and review the show today. The Host with the Most Toddcast is produced by the Host with the Most, LLC. All rights reserved.